Wait, we've got a guess?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Come on.
I used to love the Skater Boys. How are you? I'm Brie.
How you doing?
So you're from Australia? Oh, sorry. He's like...
What?
I see your mouth moving, but I can't hear.
Oh, I haven't said anything yet.
Headphones come in handy for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I
now I'm
said
saying stuff.
You're from Australia?
Yeah. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Check you out.
I know.
How's it going?
Really good, thank you. Just trying to stay out of the heat. What's going on?
You don't like... Wait, you got a problem with heat?
No, I just, I came from Seattle, so I was wearing like a scarf and a beanie, and now I feel like I need to get my swimsuit and go swimming.
You do.
Honestly, right?
Brie Bella, by the way, joins us here in the studio. Welcome.
Hello.
Andrew, are you super freaked out by her being in here? Because she's like one of the bigger wrestling champions of the world, and you're a wrestling butt sucker, so you got to be trembling in her presence, right?
Oh my gosh, are you a wrestling fan?
He's a huge fan. Huge.
Yes, even though you're 6'7", I can still take you on. That's right.
I saw an interview where you said that if you die in the ring, then that's part of the deal.
And you're willing to for something.
You're willing to face that death. Now that you're a parent, are you prepared to die in the ring?
Now I'm not.
Right.
Now that I have a little baby.
Right. So you will not be as risky in the ring from here on out.
Well, that I can't promise, but I've always been smart in the ring, so.
You seem pretty fit after just having a baby. You one of those people that
Really?
just lifted weights until like the baby came out, but you were like doing crunches or something?
No, so I did a lot of hiking. That
Yeah.
was my thing. I went hiking 4 days a week.
When you were fully pregnant, or you're talking
Fully
about?
pregnant.
Okay.
Until finally my ankles were too swollen where I was like, can't do this anymore.
Okay.
But I think now I actually am going to start with a personal trainer next week because I still have 12 pounds to go. But I think being a mom, first off, you're breastfeeding every 3 hours, which burning calories. But also, I'm just carrying all this baby stuff all the time. And so then I'll just have it in my hand and then I'll start going like this. Because I'm like, it is heavy. It might as well be a workout.
Right.
But thank you for saying that. It makes me feel good.
Well, because you would be a weightlifter at heart, kind of, from your background, so you're addicted to it. I mean, you just admit you've turned your baby bags into weights.
Yeah.
So
Gotta work out somewhere.
Right, so it's just not gonna...
Actually, I made a video yesterday for my YouTube channel where I was showing people, like, in my living room, like, I'll play with my baby, but how you can kind of do crunches or, like, certain things. Because it's hard for moms. Like, my little one, she's going to be 6 months, November 9th.
At that age, they're excellent free weights.
Yeah, and, like, I'll make little faces and, like, all these sound effects, and she loves it. And so you have to, you got to try to find a workout where you can, where you got to find out where you could sleep. I mean, she's right now, last night she woke up every hour and a half. And I had to be up at 4:30 a.m. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to sleep again.
Yeah, I've got two, so I know, I remember that. I actually don't remember that much of it. It's only like flashes when people like you say that, and I go, oh yeah. I blacked that out, because that's just a
How
job
old are
that...
your kids now?
12 and 8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they don't...
So yeah, that was a while ago.
Everybody does that, though. I think it's like a biological thing that we remember all the good stuff from when kids are little, and we forget all the bad stuff. Like where you are right now, you probably find it impossible to believe, as I did, that you would ever not remember what it's like to be in the thick of this shit, and you will. You'll just forget. You're like, oh, it wasn't so bad, and then you'll have another one. You're like, oh fuck, it was even worse than I remember. That's the way we work.
I believe that.
So 6 months, 6-month-year-old baby. So how long until you're maniac and kicking people in the face and stuff?
Well, definitely sometime in 2018.
So it's planned out. You know that's a return.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
And my sister and I, we haven't been in the ring together for a little over 2 years. So the Bella twins are coming back together.
That's big, right, Andrew?
Yeah, and her sister's had some injury stuff, so it's
Yeah.
very exciting to see them back in the ring.
It's kind of like you had an injury.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like you sprained your uterus.
Exactly.
Yeah, with a baby.
I had an emergency C-section, so I went
Emergency?
through surgery. Yeah. I was
Does that
in
mean
labor
like at the
21
last...
hours.
Oh, God.
And
Man.
actually, I showcased my birth last night on the season finale of Total Bellas.
What?
Yep.
Wait. Oh,
Saw
okay.
it all.
Wait, you didn't see it all, but you saw your face?
You saw, yeah. I mean,
Did you have a
obviously
really
some
ugly
girls-
"I'm having a baby coming out of my vagina" face, or were you looking cool?
No.
Right, because I feel like that's
Very ugly.
Yeah, it's like almost yeah. You never look. It can't be the most flattering angle of your life that instant, but you put it on TV.
Well,
No, it's like
And-
when the Chilean miners come out of the mine. They don't look their best.
At all. And I was in labor for 21 hours, so
That's
you're just the
insane.
IVs that are being pumped in you. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
I gained 20 more pounds just in being in labor. I watched the footage last night, and I was like, damn. But hey, But the thing is, for me, and I think any mom would say this, is you don't care what you look like because you're going through just like the miracle of life.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a beautiful experience that in that moment too, all I cared about was safety of my daughter. But so when I watched last night, I think I saw it from a different perspective. I actually watched my husband last night because that to me was a blur, just him next to me.
Fair enough.
And last
you had to be
night-
pretty focused.
Yeah, and last night I was like, oh, he never left my side. Just how he was, like, it was just.
You're
it
not
was
allowed to leave the
heart-melting.
side anymore. Like that's nothing to be bragging about.
Yeah,
He's
going-
not
going down
allowed to
Going down to
leave.
the pub is no longer an option for us.
Yeah.
No, or turning on sports. No.
Yeah, my dad said he went and looked at cars, like at a car dealership.
Yeah, guys used to get a phone call
Yeah.
at the bar.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'd hand out cigars.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
world.
if I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, I had to be right there for both of them, and the first one was a C-section, but it was a planned one, and that was, one of the probably the most almost like if I was stranded on an island and I had just realized that I was stranded on an island, the shock of it all because it was a baby, and I'm like, oh, it's the baby, and then I'm like, oh, look at that hole,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh yeah, no big deal, and I'm like, bullshit. You know what I mean? On the street, if that happened, I'd be like, ah, everybody's dead. Because it looked like an injury where you just bleed out in a
Yeah.
few seconds and die.
But isn't it amazing that your wife
That she
was
didn't
awake,
die? Yes.
just behind a tarp, pretty much?
I know. I
She was
know.
the lucky one. She had no idea what was going on.
But you
Yeah.
do. That's
I-
what's scary.
I felt
is
more sorry
that
for myself, Michael.
I watched so many C-sections.
She didn't
so
see it. She had the
You
tent.
can't see it, but
I
you
saw
know. You know what's going on, and you can hear everything.
Oh,
So for me, it was hard not to get. I had severe anxiety during the whole process.
I think that's fair.
Do you, was there any point in that process where you thought maybe this would be better if there weren't TV cameras everywhere?
So I didn't want. I had my doula's daughter, who's a doula, film it, because I didn't want the big crews, and I thought having
Yeah.
a doula film it. They know birth. Like my doula, I was 455 birth that she's done, and I had the second largest placenta she's ever seen.
Shout out to you.
I know.
Does that mean you got a big baby?
Huge baby.
How
She
big
came
was
out-
the
she
baby?
8 pounds, 11 ounces.
Right.
With a 14-inch head. Why I
Right.
couldn't push her out. So,
I make big babies too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just.
I go
so-
double
oh.
digits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're divorced. That's how big my babies are.
That's hilarious.
I'm not joking though. About the divorce.
So you had a doula. Were you going to do the hospital thing all along, or were you planning on doing it in a whirlpool?
So I was planning on doing like a home birth, and then I realized I
That
could
you're
bring.
psychopathic and that's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
Maybe,
well then.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
incense won't be enough to get me through this.
Exactly.
Hacky sack it out.
But I did labor naturally for 9 hours. Even
Oh
though
man,
I was,
what?
I know. And
Why
I
would
was
you-
just about 10 days late.
Is this like the tough
So-
thing inside you? Like you were like showing your husband, like, yeah, I'll hang out.
It wasn't for my husband, it was for myself. I mean, you think about like so long ago, women had no option but
Okay.
to like labor naturally, so why can't I do it?
Just knowing
I
that you
just
had that in
wanted
your
it.
head makes sense why you went through the rest of it, because he seemed like a pretty determined person.
Yeah.
And once you've looked at it from, wait, people have done this without any help back in the day, so
Yeah.
I should be able to. So it doesn't matter how uncomfortable, how bad it looks, you're going to do, because I'm sure that somebody else did it before me, so I have to get it done.
How sweet was that epidural?
Oh my gosh, I took a 2-hour nap. After it was just about 9 hours, I literally looked at my doula and my husband. I'm like, can't, nope, done. And then I got the epidural, took a 2-hour nap, and was back in labor.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my wife took a shower after she got the epidural.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
what,
I don't
really?
think I can do it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Probably won't. And I just like, give me the fucking drugs, give me the fucking drugs. Woo, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a shower.
Man, my
Oh,
ex-wife had babies fast. Like, I know that one that got cut out. Of course it had to come out. But the other baby was just like, this is bad. He's actually a giant baby. The doctor's like, I didn't know he was going to be that big. And then we're going to have to cut the vagina. And I'm like, oh.
Oh my god.
But then he just came out.
So see, she's lucky now. Like my sister-in-law fast labor. And even my cousin fast labor.
Yeah, the whole thing with like you're gonna have a baby.
Yeah.
Then she had a baby.
Yeah,
It was
and she
everybody
looked
else's
amazing
story
after. I was like, awesome.
Well, she didn't look amazing. No, I'm not. Like that
wonder
sounds
she's your
no.
ex-wife.
That sounds okay. Let me. She lost a lot of blood and she had the wrong wristband on, so they wouldn't give her a transfusion. Is that the word for it? So they made her wait. Yeah. So I was with my daughter for the first 2 days, and I had to give her milk because my wife at the time was that trashed from having the baby and losing blood or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it was actually kind of. She was fine in the end, and it was kind of a good thing because I spent my life being a child, and then all of a sudden this baby came out, and it was like, here it is, Mr. Ellis, like you're on your own, and my wife at the time was pretty much in and out of consciousness. Wow. She was sleeping, so I was like, whoa.
Was it a neat bond for you?
Yeah, it was really cool because there was
your little girl like relied on.
I became responsible in like 4 hours just watching her because I couldn't go to sleep. My hand was like she had like the plastic bucket thing on the wheels, and they gave me a bed to sleep next to her, and I couldn't go to sleep because I was like, what if she figures out how to stand up and falls out? Not understanding what a baby could do or what it couldn't do.
But I get it.
Yeah, but it was cool.
So you were a pro skater, so that kept you young, right?
Yeah. Oh no, I still act like a child because of that. I have a shitty attitude because of it. It's good and bad, but yeah.
So in Total Divas, this season, my sister and I try skateboarding.
And you've never skateboarded before? So
my sister had done some skateboarding. I never had, and
ever.
No, and I went to the skate park. By the way, you had to see the bumps I took.
Yeah, I know, because why would you do that? Why would they make you do that?
I understand about skateboarding.
Oh, you know what? I just realized. Whatever. You hit the ground. You hit the ground on purpose.
But you hit cement.
Yeah, but you fall on the ground every 10 seconds. We fall on the ground like maybe once an hour.
Okay, so it was like a 2-week recovery for me after some of the bumps I took in the skate park.
It's funny to know because I also fight as well, and some of my fighter friends have tried to skateboard and they've fallen on things where I would think that's very low and you're not going very fast. And then if you kick them in the same spot, they don't feel it. But if they fall on a skateboard for some reason, there's some sort of body conditioning, there's a difference.
It's crazy.
I'm sure a horse rider or something that falls off doesn't... if we fall off a horse, we're going to hospital. We might not be coming out for a week. Dudes that fall off horses all the time go, shit, my leg hurts or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So the wrestling thing...
Credit.
I know MMA fighters that have become wrestlers that have said, because I was one of those people that once again I would say skateboarding I would blame where I'm better than everybody and you guys are all full of shit.
Yeah.
So wrestling comes out and I was a fan of the Hulk Hogan era. Then I became far more driven into one thing only, and that's all I thought about, skateboarding. Then I moved to America and then wrestling came back. My roommate was throwing diamond cutters up. And I'm like, diamond cutters. He's like, dude, DDP. I'm like, I don't know. And then he broke down the DDP and all that. And I was like, okay. Every now and then I drift in and out. And I'm like, I can respect this next generation of whatever the wrestling is. But I had to always tell people that it was fake. I don't know. There was something up my ass about telling people that your sport isn't real. And then from the MMA and the people that I know that are either in it or have done it. The biggest one was a dude that I know is really tough. And he's in Bellator. And he has wrestled, and he's like, dude, this shit fucking worked me. And I'm like, I know you.
So now you don't say it's fake anymore.
No, and that tells me that if I was to do, it's set up, but you're still
storyline.
I also know that you guys create on the fly while you're going. I did not know that. Yes. I thought for the longest time that it was you planned every single thing, so that makes it way more dangerous. And I saw a video of you kicking someone in the face, and I was watching her. She was putting a forearm up. So it was hitting her forearm, but it was also hitting her in the head a little bit, and you were kicking her in the head a lot. So that means that you guys are doing a thing where I think after a week, I probably would say on Monday that I cannot.
Tap out.
Yeah, I cannot come anymore. Because you're going to find me, because now my wrestling, when I run at you, I'm hobbling. And I'm assuming you guys don't go for the hobbling guy that showed up. That's not cool, right?
Not at all. I mean, but you have to admit, it's pretty badass. Like, you see these 9 women on a reality show, like, kicking each other's asses, which is great. But then, like, you see how, like, chic and, like, how we like to dress up, and we're, like, girly, too.
Do they want you to drink and fight each other?
No.
Nobody ever does that?
No, I mean, we definitely drink. Like, we definitely,
Nobody
you know,
pokes?
enjoy. But, you know, I think as we're professionals, like, we keep it like, okay, we have our fun and party.
Do you have egos too?
We do. I mean, you'll see a lot of drama this season.
Okay.
Like, you definitely, because people are competing for one spot. And I think that's why I love our show, is that there's that competitiveness. Like, people are going for the Raw's women's title or the SmackDown women's title. And, gosh, there's like 15, 20 girls going for only 2 titles. Like, there's drama. Like, huge drama.
Who do you think's going to win, Andrew?
Well, I want to see Brie potentially come back against Ronda Rousey.
Ooh.
Matchup, so I'm hoping that takes place maybe in March or April next year.
So you put all
I
this
could
time
do
in,
that.
and you're gonna win this competition on reality TV, and then this chick's just gonna show up with no pro wrestling background whatsoever, and they want to give her a belt.
Oh, yeah. But wanting and her having it are 2 different things.
I like you. I want to watch that now.
Yeah, I mean, she could. I would wrestle circles around her in the ring.
Right, but you got to watch out for that judo thing.
Okay, like, yeah, her badass hip toss, I get it. I wouldn't sell it. I'd roll out and be like, didn't hurt.
You way taller than her, right?
No, well, I'm 5'6". I think she's 5'5"
okay.
or
Really?
5'6".
You
seem
look
taller
tall,
than
yeah.
I think because of my boots, but I'm like 5'6".
Right.
So
You look buff. You look
I
like
mean,
you got
I'm
those
strong.
things, yeah.
Yeah, I am strong.
You ever do steroids?
Oh my gosh, you out of your mind?
Why? Was it bad?
No, but look at me. I don't look like that.
I tried it once. It failed.
Did you
never
really?
even
Did it
do
for
a little bump to see what
skateboarding.
happened?
No,
Come
never.
on, why
I'm
not?
a hippie. I'm all natural.
Have you
Hey,
always
I
been?
think the Nature
I've
Boy
always
did some
have.
steroids.
Yeah, but that's, I don't know. I don't know if he has. I mean, I definitely.
I'm being told Ric Flair never did steroids. I strike that from the record.
I mean, I don't know. You have to ask him. But for me, I'm definitely like, I'm very bohemian and very hippie, so I'm like all natural. Well, I wanted to have a natural birth.
Oh yeah,
Makes sense.
but you couldn't handle the truth. What about goji berries? Do you take tons of them because they've got HGH in it?
I mean, I like goji berries, but like
It's weird because I
get a
like goji
bunch.
berries, but I don't really like goji berries.
Have you
Like if I
tried
have
the
to
chocolate covered ones?
Yeah, but you know what's better? Chocolate covered everything else.
Like, yeah, I know.
You know what? It's weird because I'll eat them and I eat a lot of them and I'm like, I put them in my oatmeal and I'm like, I'm really enjoying these goji berries. But I'm like, strawberries are like 1 billion times better. Yes, but I've heard that goji berries have Idiot. I just eat all. I do the same thing as you, but I also have 2 kids that want pizza, so every now and then I just eat the pizza.
Yeah,
But I
see, that's
totally-
gonna be hard on me because I think of my daughter and I'm like, I don't want her to like want fast food or any of these things because I don't want them either. So
Look, I don't get them fast food, but I still get them food where it doesn't have to be completely. Like they like tofu and they like salmon and things like that, but they also. I mean, my son more so. My daughter's already kind of grown up and she like reads things on the internet. Last night I went to check on her to make sure she was asleep and she wasn't using her phone, and she had. I mean, she doesn't listen to the show, so it's okay. But she had Glad wrap around her thighs.
what's that?
She Googled something that it did something that, like helped you lose weight if you Glad wrap your thighs.
Oh my!
And
Was she
she's
12?
Yeah, and she's not overweight. Like she's just some. You know what I mean? I go, what's that? Nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay, then I'll, I'll butt it because Dad's not cool, so I have to butt out. And then I look at the
See?
phone and it's Google
Yeah.
to check it
You
out.
need her to start looking at us WWE Superstar because us
Oh,
women,
yeah?
I feel like like the one thing I like about us women is I feel like we're role models, and I think like young girls like your daughter who's
Mhm.
12 would look at us and then like she wouldn't have to do that because I feel like you see like with a lot of reality stars and with the heavy influence on social media, like I'm sure she's tiny and perfect. But I feel like that's what I love about us WWE Superstars is that we make young girls feel like that. Because now that I'm a mom of a young girl, I'm so like the type now. I'm like looking around and seeing like, oh, like who are role models and who would I want my daughter to like, be influenced by. And that's why I love our show is I think that our women on our show really stand like with confidence and we're empowering and I don't know, we just make people feel very good in their own skin.
Jason, make sure Devin watches season 7 of Total Divas, which debuts on E! on Wednesday, November 1st at 9 p.m. Bree, we have to let you go. We have
Yes.
another guest standing by.
It's really nice to
I
meet
know,
you.
you too.
I will recommend my daughter watch this because she's into
Yeah.
YouTube stars and they suck. They're weaklings.
Yes, we can get her in the ring one day. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Future WWE Superstar.
She's super strong.
I see it.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you guys.